Okay, so today's video, I'm going to compare and contrast living and working here in southwest Spain, it is, to living and working in England. Okay, so first of all, public transport. So, this is the Cadiz transport card. Now what this does is you get discount with the trains. The catamaran, for example, is half hour from where I live, and normally it'd be like £2.90 each way, but it's £1.90 with this. And also the buses. Example, I went to Arcos last summer, which is a 15-minute bus ride, and with this card it cost me 86 centimes, less than €1, and that was each way, so that's not bad. Then my local bus card, okay, you put €5 on that, every trip is 50 cents, so basically you can go from one end of where I live, sit on a bus for 45 minutes for 50 cents. If you don't have the card, it's only $1.20, and it's a set price wherever you go, so it's another one, great value. Then my favourite, the Bono Renfe card for the local trains. Start of January, I put €10 on this, and now till the end of April, my local trains from Jerez here to Cadiz are free. And you use it 16 times, you get, around the second week of May, I'll get me €10 back. So, comparing that to good old England, I think that's definitely 1-0 to Spain. Okay, I think we'll go for the obvious one next, the weather. Well, as you can see today, glorious sunshine. Really is. It's glorious sunshine today, again, and this is the second week of February. Oh, and we got some chap coming up from the rocks. Interesting. Yeah. So, we get here about 300 days of sunshine a year, which is just incredible. Back home, I hated the dreariness. Getting up for work in the dark, coming back in the dark half the year. It's depressing. Well, being rung by a ding-dong on the bike. So yeah, very depressing. Here, you wake up, you got the sun, and it's there for, even now, the sunset is about 7:10, so it's not bad in February. And the sun, it gives you a bit of life. It makes you want to be outside doing stuff. I mean, look at this. Incredible. But that's where I live here, like Cadiz, because if you look at you got the Basque countries up north, they do get a fair bit of rain, so, you know, depends which part of Spain you are. But this part of Spain, definitely another win. Okay, now something we can talk about is the health system, because some of you might know, a few years ago I slipped at home and a triple fracture. So I've experienced operations, hospital, ambulance ride, etc. Every couple of months I'm in the hospital for an x-ray to see how my arm is. In fact, I went for one today. And absolutely top notch. Same as back home. Okay, if you've got your British, you get your national insurance card. Here, you're Spanish, exactly the same thing. If you're working here, I have a contract, the same as at home. Your taxes, your national insurance, or here Social Security are paid, so I have the same benefits. Absolutely amazing. If you're not working here, then you have to make sure you have your private insurance. I don't need to, thankfully. So it's very important. And you see my arm here. Absolutely brilliant. So it's a triple fracture and I've got a plate there now, no longer a titanium nail. So back home, I was lucky, I got glassed, I got a scar on my face, and I've got nothing respect for the people working in the hospitals back home, the NHS. For years and years, the governments have basically just crap on them, and that's it. The doctors and nurses work long hours, the surgeons, everybody there, and they get treated like crap by all the governments, not just now, and they deserve more wages than they get. You know, it's not right. And I've got nothing, like I said, for praise. They did a great job on my face and that. So on that one, it's a draw. Here, absolutely amazing, and back home, amazing for the conditions. But the government, like I said, treat our hospitals, the staff, everybody like crap. So, what else can we talk about? We've done transport, the weather, the health system, cycle lanes. Look at this. They're everywhere. Where I live, they're everywhere. You don't see that back at home. That. Yeah, I think they were blowing some bubbles. So, yeah, it's an outdoor lifestyle. You compare it at home, the weather. And here, when you go out, everything is geared to families. You see like 2-3 generations of families out at night eating. They don't bother, they don't have babysitters, they have children. They take the children out. They're part of a family. So the kids go out, and what happens is, the parents don't get drunk. So the kids grow up but thinking that getting drunk is the way to go. Back home, they see their parents get wrecked. So they go up, get older, they think it's the right thing to do. Here, no. Also, in the 9 years living here, I haven't seen a fight. It doesn't happen. So, you know, when you go out, also the prices. Where I live, it's not a big city, so obviously it's going to be cheaper. But the businesses keep the prices down so people can afford to come out. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a business. You don't pay for a beer £5, £6. I paid, like for a coffee this morning, €1.30. I've got a bar next to where I live, which is €1.30 for a pint of Mao. You can't knock that, can you, eh? In the summer, we drink Canyas, basically a half. That's about €1.50. But the reason is because of the heat. Within 10 minutes, it's warm. So the last thing you want is a pint, because all you do, you've got to drink it quick, you're going to get drunk. And we don't go out here to get drunk. It's socialising, chilling. You know, no one cares if you have a coffee, if you have a glass of water, if you have a juice, 0-0, beer, whatever. Have what you want, no problems. No one here goes out to get smashed, to see how many beers they can put down their neck in an hour. But I do get that back home because it's, especially the weather depressing, what do? You're in a bar, nothing to do, except get drunk. But for going out, with the prices and everything, showing the transport, it's a big win for here. Something for me I love is music, and back home I was fortunate in Southampton to have great music venues like the Brook, Joiners, and that. Now you've got the 1865 Club, Talking Heads. So, you know, to get smaller bands coming in, it was awesome. So I'm fortunate here. Where I live, we've got a place called Salem, Milwaukee, and the owner, they've had the place for about 30 years in the family. He loves music. Summer, it's a jazz fest there. You've got a courtyard, it's awesome. A lot of the rest of the year, we've got blues, rock bands. We get touring bands from England. I've seen so many talented musicians come over, blues, rock, harmonica players, etc. Incredible. So regarding music as well, we have a town close to here, like 40-minute drive, Chickalana. They've got an area called Santi Prisi, and every year they have a 2-month music festival. And last year I got to see Rod Stewart there. Sorry, Scorpions the year before Rod Stewart, and the year before that Bryan Adams. Sting also played there that year. Simple Minds were there last year. This year they got Europe, but I'm not fussed about that. So, as we're back home, that's going to be a tie. I'm lucky there as well. My music, but the venue's right on a riverbank, so that's canny. History to walk around. I'm going to call that a tie now, because Southampton's got so much history.